far from home, doing what he can to keep the lights turned on. This city, man, it's got me headed.
Hello, and welcome to the eCommerce Redneck Podcast. Today, we're talking about the rise of social commerce, and I've got some really special guests on. David, if you could spotlight Delian with me. There we go. Delian is going to join me for all of these new podcasts in the second season. He's not just the CEO of Recamaze, but he's also a seasoned agency owner of over 10 years, and he's been very successful in that, and especially on the AI side of e-commerce. So, Delian, tell us, say a little hello to the audience, if you will.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. Thank you, Jeremy. I have some cool questions about social e-commerce and a few interesting topics. Let's do this.
All right, sounds good. Well, first of all, I want to bring Jake Smith on. Jake Smith is with Coalition Technologies, and he and I have a long history together. He's one of my good friends and somebody I care deeply about. Jake, if you could tell us a little bit more about yourself real quick.
Yeah, thanks. By the way, it's great to be here. Thanks so much, Jeremy. I'm Jake Smith. I'm a digital strategist over at Coalition Technologies. We're a full service digital marketing agency, and we help with everything. If it comes to like getting a producer to keep things running on the day-to-day communications and scheduling, we help get a strategist to help with the direction, voice, roadmap, creators, designers, specialists, ad analysts. You name it. But yeah, so that's what we do over here at Coalition Technologies. Thanks for having me, Jeremy.
Yeah. And next, by the way, we've got James McManus. James, if you could bring him on, David, on the screen. James, we actually met last week at an event, which was super cool. James has experienced X TikTok as well as Jake is. But X TikTok, and just tell us a little bit more about yourself and your company, James.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, Jeremy. My name's James. My company is called Say It Back. We primarily do TikTok shop and TikTok as a creative driver for brand identity and growth organically and through paid ads. We do influencer partnerships. And we're just getting started up. We're about 18 months in, but man, we've helped a lot of people in that amount of time.
That's awesome. Thank you for coming on, James. And our last guest is Sal Giuliani. Is that correct? Am I saying it right?
It's Gilani.
I always mess it up, but Sal and I have a long history as well. We worked together at a company, and I have to say, I'm a little bit partial towards Sal when it comes to design. He is my favorite designer in the Austin area, specifically when it comes to e-commerce and conversions. He's a real thinker when it comes to design, and it makes a difference. So anyhow, with that said, it looks like we have all the guests now. We were supposed to have another guest, but he had a flood situation in his house, and so we're minus one guest, but we'll reschedule and have Ali on at another time. So guys, one question, I can't wear a cowboy hat on the show because I have this on, and the cowboy hat doesn't fit, but I think Delian has a cowboy hat he can wear. So if you want to go ahead and put that on, since Jake's wearing his, you can wear yours. I love the commitment, though, Jake. I think it is too. I love the cowboy hat, and I think you definitely look like a real cowboy today, man. And James has got one too. Sal, where's yours, man?
Well, actually, I have to thank you. Guys, actually, Jeremy had in mind last week to totally transfer me in a Texan. So
yeah, I took him to the Western wear place, and I got him a whole setup. And so now we're going to Dallas to Sub Summit after this, and gonna have a good time, and he's gonna have his full get up. You got to pull your cowboy hat down just a little bit there, buddy. There you go. There you go. All right, there you go, Daly, and it works now. He's still learning. He's Romanian, so we got to have a little grace. At least he's trying to be Texan, right? Yeah. So with that said, let's break into it, guys. Who wants to get started with what you see as the most important, hottest thing in e-commerce, and specifically social e-commerce? James, Jake?
I'd love to jump on that.
James hit the buzzer first.
I did. Yeah. I mean, I got to say, in my time at TikTok and outside of TikTok, the most successful brands have been partnered with creators. I think creators and communities are just a fast pass to brand loyalty and to really, being able to distinguish yourself from your competitors, especially if you're a challenger brand coming into a new industry or into an old industry, or if you're an innovative product trying to explain what you're doing. The best way is by going through people who people already understand. They know how they work. They know how they talk, how they communicate. They've got just a continuous ongoing basis with that creator. And I think that it has shown in the numbers. I mean, we've seen 8-figure brands launch in 90 days on TikTok. It's the Wild West out there, right?
That's maybe that's the whole theme today.
Right? Yeah. So this hat,
West.
Actually, if I could give some background on why I wanted to jump in and bring this on, this is one of our sponsors that we're working with right now. So they gave us this hat, Beatbox. They're launching their brand. I don't know if y'all have heard of them yet, but yeah, they're trying the same tactics.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jake, did you have something to interject there?
Sure. So yeah, I guess I worked over at TikTok as well. I would say that it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but for the most part, yeah, you see a lot of success there. I think really what's the most important part, if you're diving into social media, is the partnerships that you make throughout the process, right? So if that's working with a e-commerce partner that's gonna like Pipe 17 or Aftership, who's going to be helping out with some of the shipping and handling pieces. I think that's super important, especially if you're working on TikTok Shop, because you'll see like some of the hard hitting items over at TikTok is going to be things like returns. So returns is one of the biggest pet peeves everyone has over there. But getting that shipping funnel set up correctly, I think is pretty important. So yeah, just making sure that you have those partnerships ready.
Sal.
Yeah, definitely. I see social commerce as a way to not just sell. It's a place where you just have to engage, entertain, and listen. And yeah, you can't pull off the traditional BS from the old days. You got to really actually build a connection with your audience. And I feel like that's very important.
So creating that type of audience connection, what are, I would definitely say I am personally trying to make, the e-commerce redneck thing a brand, but more in the LinkedIn arena. So it's a little different, but I would definitely say there are more tools out there than I've ever seen before. What are some of y'all's favorite tools when it comes to connecting up as somebody that is either trying to create influence, and how that connects with e-commerce and that sort of thing?
And Jeremy, what I would actually want to learn when our guests are answering that question, because I think that's super important for people listening us. You guys can frame it in the direction, is it actually the product more important now, or is the audience? So what's more important, owning the product or owning the audience?
Oh, yeah, I like that, Dalian. Thank you.
Sure, I guess I'll take that. So I think TikTok actually is more about discovery, right? So the audience, how I see it, it's all on their feed. So what's happening where, in normal, I guess e-commerce is mainly about searching, right? So the user goes and they search on Google, what is it that they're looking for? Where on TikTok and social media, it's actually more about discovery, right? So they're discovering, hey, I want these items because this is what's popping up on my feed, right? So I think it's more so about, owning the audience as well, because whenever that's popping up on your news feed, they're discovering your product, right? So yeah, Dylan, I think it's more about, owning your audience and the discovery of it.
Yeah, I wanna jump in there. I think definitely the resonance between the product and the creator is important. To touch on Jeremy's note, a creator can come from a product, right? Where you're a founder, you believe in what you're doing, you're creating founder-led content, and that is your brand. You are your product, and it is you. It is the same as your vision. And then in the same way, I think it's best when a product is incepted or incubated with a creator and their authentic, values in mind, because it's gonna resonate not only with them as they go forth and tell that story, but then also with their audiences who know them so intimately well, through a variety of things that they've done in the past, as well as like their nonverbal communication. I mean, people can sniff it out like nobody's business these days,
Yeah, I mean, James has definitely hit the nail on that. I actually kind of like see like it's really important to communicate to the like when the customer is browsing through social media and they see a product, first thing that pops into their minds is what's in it for me and how does this help me in some way. So, and that's where also like the power of branding really comes into play is like how can your brand actually like how is your brand messaging, your brand identity is legit, and how does it resonate with the audience pretty well. So yeah, that's
Well, thank you guys. I'm still learning. I'm learning these, and it's wild how fast it's changing.
What if your store sold like your best salesperson automatically? Recamaze is your AI sales assistant. It turns first-time visitors into buyers from the very first click. It starts with real-time engagement, capturing shopper behavior as it happens. Then it recommends the right products tailored instantly to every action. Visitors can search by voice or by text. Just ask, and the AI finds what they need. From show me a MacBook 2020 M1 to I need an iPhone 16 Pro, Recamaze understands. They can save items to wish lists or add to cart with AI suggested variants and bundles. It's fast, frictionless, and built for action. Need help? Recamaze answers instantly by text or voice. From shipping to sizing, it's your 24/7 product expert. Recamaze drives 25% more first-time conversions, up to 40% more revenue, all without cookies or dev work. Ready to turn traffic into sales? Try Recamaze now or book a demo.
How fast it's changing. So thanks a lot for the insights.
Yeah, the interesting thing too is how, I feel like 10 years ago, I used to see sites all the time that I was like, exactly how the hell is this website actually making it, and nowadays you don't see as many brands making it by accident, right? They're doing good SEO, they're doing paid ads if it's reasonable, they're doing great content to draw people in. And I feel like this is just another lever that can be pulled within that world that can be extremely effective to drive traffic towards a product. And it's really cool to see how people execute it differently. James, I bet you work with creators, correct?
That's right.
So what is some of the craziest stuff you've ever done? And I know you're kind of a crazy guy because I've met you already. So let's hear it. You got to have something crazy up your sleeve that you've heard that's fun.
What gave me away?
Yeah.
I definitely like getting creative. TikTok's a fun place to be able to get weird with it a little bit. Let's see. I think there's a new trend that's going around that I am absolutely in love with. That's like, it's like a satirical take on hopecore. Have you guys heard of hopecore?
I have not.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so brief synopsis on hopecore is that it's like, it'll come across your feed and it's like motivational stuff with like some great uplifting music in the background. So a satirical take on that would be maybe like a comedian that we all are expecting to drop a punchline is having like some motivational music behind something just totally out of pocket and hilarious that they've said. And that can piggyback into some really, really cool creator partnerships. The easiest one that we've found is just for like entertainment purposes in general. So like segueing into a TV show or into promoting a film, or somebody's comedy show is selling tickets or something like that. And Jake, you probably know this, but that Ticketmaster sort of partnership has been a huge lift over the last 2 years for TikTok, because I mean it really segues from having the online to in-person communities able to like have TikTok as like the head where that all comes together.
Wow. So now Ticketmaster's connected with TikTok as well. So is that like a tool for bands to be able to sell tickets online and connect?
All of the above. Ticketmaster, they do it all, man. I mean,
sick.
Yeah, Austin, we're pretty crazy about our comedy stuff here, so that's top of mind for us, and we've done some partnerships in that space. Definitely, though, concerts, movies. I would love to see more films selling out theater tickets that way.
Seems like you could too. That's brilliant. Yeah. Jake, anything on your front that you've seen maybe that kind of caught your eye or was a little different?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I think James is spot on there. I think that's the playbook, right? So there's whenever it comes to like social media and especially TikTok itself, you have like two options, right? You can either keep the conversion online throughout the process and have them check out through TikTok itself, or you can retarget them and have them convert outside of that, right? Like Ticketmaster probably does as well, and most do. That's the go-to playbook. And it helps you avoid the trap of, trying to make sure everything's integrated correctly, everything's set up right. If you're able to actually have them, just, retarget and convert off platform, you can also track those metrics there that way. Now, we don't work directly. We do, like, we'll partner with some creators here on our side, most likely with people like James and his team on his end, and then we help out with like the more technical pieces, the analysts of the marketing side. So yeah, James, I would love to work with you and the team that you guys work with too. Sounds cool. Sounds like
that sounds great, Jake. I totally agree, man. I mean, the data is really the unsung hero in all of this. I mean, a lot of the strategy that we use is backed by like proven strategies and data, and it's all in the numbers, man. So I definitely appreciate what you do too, Jake.
Well, numbers don't lie. I mean, analytics will definitely drive you towards things. I mean, one of the things that I always thought was overlooked on a lot of websites was like heat mapping, heat mapping can tell you an awful lot about a site, just like other types of analytics, social analytics and things like that. So keeping your eye on those analytics and reacting in accordance to that is just the way to go. Now, I definitely, before too long here, I wanted to open up to the audience, and if anybody has a question, just raise your hand, and we'll take any questions or comments. Anybody? Brandon?
I got something.
Yes, sir.
So are you guys, when you're working with these creators, are you just kind of looking at the TikTok creator marketplace? Are you kind of searching them by hand? What's your process like there?
I'm gonna take this one if that's cool, guys. So there's two main approaches for us. I like to work primarily with CPG brands, consumer packaged goods, where it doesn't matter where they are. We can just ship them a sample and have them make a video from their bedroom, or an unboxing or something like that. But what we see a lot is brands who are local who want to go national, right?
Mhm.
So we see a lot of people who Hundy is one brand who works with Mixtape here, and they have like a popsicle, and they have to be in stores, they have to be local, they want people to go and buy at a retail location. So there's like some very interesting workarounds for how we can get that content out to people who are able to go and get the product as quickly and easily as possible. But
Mhm.
as far as getting to creators, I always find that like having people in network with an established relationship is the best way to go. I mean, it's going to be a lot less painful for everyone involved. I mean, that's what you're paying for when you get an agency who has creators in network, is like, you don't have to mess around with flaky people or get, gouged on your prices or whatever it is. And Creator Marketplace is an incredible tool, which is now segued into TikTok One. So I'm not going to downplay that in the slightest, but
Mhm.
there's something to be said for in-network creators as well.
So let me try and reiterate. So basically, yeah, I mean, they've got the creator marketplace, that's good. But what you're saying is some of the value add that you bring to the table is the fact that you have a network of your own creators. If I bring you a type of product, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna work with John over here. He works with these kind of products all the time.
Yep.
Let's work out, the operations, and then ultimately, you have to ship some product down, let them play with it, start working on it, and start creating their content, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And we're able to coach them up in person too and make sure they get those
Mhm.
deliverables with a level of quality assurance too, because they're our neighbors.
Great, great. And I've got a hard stop at the half hour, guys. But Jeremy, I really love what I'm hearing in here. I think the TikTok thing is right on point. Everybody's pointing in that direction in e-commerce. I can feel it
Yeah.
in all the different channels I reach out to. Anybody have any last thoughts on the getting a creator before I have to jump off?
Yeah, actually, Brandon. So on my side, I guess whenever it comes to getting creator, TikTok does have that affiliate marketplace already kind of built into it as well.
Hmm.
We do recommend doing that. Best practices that we have for that, if you are using the affiliate marketplace, is making sure that you set there's like a commission portion that you're able to give them as well. But give them a few products, sample items if you have that in mind as well. If you're able to provide that to the affiliates, it really makes a huge difference. Of course, you can be able to sell your item.
Yeah, that makes a
Other
lot of sense.
yeah, other than that, like if you are working with our digital strategist and our digital strategist captures your tone, your brand, like, hey, we actually have a perfect partner for you. Coalition Technologies has 300 plus people globally, actually. So we're partnered with a lot of content creators as well, and we could help you have one that's more for your brand and voice if need
That,
be. But yeah, it just depends on the situation. We like to dive into it with you.
that's really great, guys. I think it's been awesome. Jeremy, if you could do me a favor and try and help me out with any transcriptions or anything from the meeting and contact information, I'd love to reach out to some of these folks.
Absolutely. We sure will, Brandon.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Got to run. Thank you.
Great meeting you,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Thank you. Joseph, you have a question?
Yeah. Have you got to Roblox yet?
Got to what?
Wow.
Roblox.
Roblox. What is
Yeah.
what is Roblox, a big TikTok thing now or something?
No, haven't you seen?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I know what Roblox is, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but they are using that for selling stuff now.
Are they? That's interesting. I haven't seen that come across.
Look
That's
into
very
it.
cool. I like to
Yeah,
know
that's
all
the
these
next.
channels.
Yeah, this is the next thing, I think. Mr. Beast
Well,
just joined, and they are so they are essentially, because you can do new things in there now. It's a
Yes.
whole new ecosystem, and they think that this is going to be the next video platform for kids, right? It's 50% of all the kids in the States is playing Roblox. and they just launched
know.
a video platform inside Roblox, so you can make content to get products out inside Roblox.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, my kid wastes money without it having any real
Yeah.
products, inside of Roblox. If I give him $20, he will spend it on Robux and waste it within 2 hours. And I'm like, what do you have from that? And he's like, absolutely nothing. So, but thank you for the question, Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph,
Right.
I have seen this, and honestly, I do think that this is where all of this is going. We saw this with Fortnite, with like some live concerts and right, like some actual tokenized, products in game, like in-game sponsorships. But with the content creation that Roblox is building in partnership with Mr. Beast, I definitely see that there's a massive market. I didn't realize that the question was pertaining to the ad potential or sponsorship potential within Roblox, or like the marketplace that is Roblox. I thought we were talking about like
game in the game.
Yeah, the game in the game. Exactly.
Are you playing a Roblox? No, fuck no, hell no.
I tried it out for research purposes only.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, guys, did we have any final comments or anything else you'd like to say to the audience before we end the recording?
I think we're good.
Well, I just wanted to thank Jake specifically for wearing his cowboy hat, even though he gave it up after the first 5 minutes. I feel like that's a real dedication. Dalian, I just want to say you had your hat on the whole time, and just means a lot that you at least kept your hat on for me, Dalian.
Next time I'll make sure to follow my friend and stay on it with you, Jeremy.
Yeah, Sal, you got to wear a cowboy hat next time, I guess. We're gonna have to get Sal a cowboy hat.
Yeah, we'll make this a tradition.
No. Sal's like, no thanks.
Man, I love it.
All right, guys. Well, hey, that makes the second episode of season 2, The Rise of Social Commerce, here on the eCommerce Redneck Podcast. Thank you, guests, for coming on today. Excellent show. And I hope if y'all have any questions for our guests, please reach out, and we will see y'all soon. Thanks.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Recording.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Don't.
Country boy off a far from home, doing what he can to keep the lights turned on. This city man has got me here. That's